Shalom and welcome back. Pull up a chair. Let's chat. I was just thinking about, or actually, not really thinking. Well, yeah, of course I was thinking. Otherwise I wouldn't be here, right? Because I'm going to share what I was thinking about. I was listening to somebody talk about, do you have anybody in your life that will call you out? And he says, chances are you probably don't, because, especially not in your family, because most people will not tell you the hard truth, right? I guess of course I hear, John Nicholas, you can't handle the truth. Right? So, because people think that you can't handle the truth, right? And then if they do tell you the truth, they kind of tiptoe around it, thinking they have to embrace for your response. And I thought about it, and I'm like, oh my gosh. It is seriously like society has basically programmed people to not be honest. And then when you are honest, it's almost like you're waiting for an approval. Like they have to agree with you, right? Instead of just saying, hey, this is what happened, this is the impact that it had on me, and go with it. Right? That's an instance, right? But instead, a lot of times what will happen is sometimes people won't say anything. I know in my past I hadn't said anything, right? And then even when I have gotten the courage to tell people, especially letting my family know, hey, your actions impacted me in this way, then I'm like waiting for their response to find out, okay, do they agree with me? Do they approve of what I said? No, I don't have to agree with them, and I don't have to approve. They don't have to, whatever. That's not what it's about. What it's about is me showing up for me, right? Being able to be my own truth, share my truth, and showing up for myself. I'm not saying we're not taking consideration in the sense that I'm not just gonna call names and be rude and be ugly about it. No, that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is when you share your truth with somebody, you make it about you. You say, look, your actions, this is how they impacted me. This is what I felt, this is how I perceived it, and this is what I did with it, right? Because it's not saying that the other person's actions are wrong. It's just saying, hey, your actions had an impact on me. And typically this is an opportunity for the two people to sit back and be like, oh, I had not considered that. Okay. And it's not saying that they have to change anything, because maybe, for me it's a matter of, do I need to reevaluate how I see the situation? Or could it just be that maybe the other person may need to reevaluate, their actions? Who knows? I don't know. But the point is being able to actually be honest and be truthful with somebody, and not worry about whether they can handle the truth or not. Because I gotta believe, this is part of my belief, I have to believe that we can all handle it. We all can handle it. And being worried whether or not somebody can handle it or not, that actually puts more pressure and more anxiety on us that is unnecessary. When we allow other people to give them an opportunity to be accountable for their actions, that's ultimately what you're doing. You're allowing them to be accountable for their actions. And that's really what it's about, is being honest and being truthful, speaking your truth, and not trying to hide it from other people because you think they can't handle it, or you think you can't handle whatever happens from it. And just know that you can handle it. You really can. I have to believe that you can handle it. You've already made it through every worst day that you've already had in your life so far, and you're still here. So kudos to you. And you know what, just start thinking about that. And I'm gonna start thinking about that too. And I just want to say thanks for being here. Thanks for letting me share. Shalom.